Hi guys, it's Gail with Gail's Southern Living. I am doing my entry video for a collaboration called Grow What You Eat 26, being hosted by Kathy with Resourceful Living Homestead, Jan with Simply Jan Homestead, and Susan with Butler Family Farm. This is an open collaboration and it will be going on from the spring on into early fall. I'll put the exact dates in the description box along with the playlist. And be sure to watch all the videos because they are going to do a giveaway and they're going to be checking those comment sections for your comments, guys. So go around and check out the playlist. All right, so what am I going to be growing this year? I took a note off of Kathy's page there with all her organization where she typed up everything. I didn't type it out, but I did write it on a note card. Went through all my seeds and I decided what I'm going to plant. I also took into account the survival seeds that they have possibly selected. So on survival seeds, they are going to be doing zucchini, and I like zucchini. So I'm going to grow zucchini. Pink brandywine tomatoes, I'm going to grow that variety of tomatoes. Tomatilla, they're growing a tomatilla, and I do like those. So I'm going to try growing those. Shishito pepper, I am going to grow the shishito peppers from survival seeds. Cantaloupe, I think it's a jumbo cantaloupe. I have picked out a place I'm going to grow those back in I call it the wild garden. Bell peppers, I had really good luck with the Calendar bell peppers last year in survival seeds, so I'm going to make a bigger space and grow even more peppers this year. So I'm looking forward to that. Cucumbers, watermelon. I picked out a space for the watermelon over here. There's a cemented area that's long and skinny that I thought would be perfect for the watermelon. So I'm going to try that. I'm not going to get my hopes up because I'm not real good at growing watermelon, but I'm going to give it a shot. Last year I won some blue pumpkin seeds. I believe it was on the Survival Seeds collaboration. So I'm going to pick an area to grow those. That's on my list for something just kind of fun to grow. I'm not eating them. They're just going to be for decoration, but I like challenging myself with stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Lettuce, all different kinds of lettuce. I can't write them down because I actually take my lettuce and I put it in a container all together and I mix it up. I like to have different kinds of lettuces in my salad. So lettuce, they're going to be doing the Genevieve, I think that's how you say it, basil for survival seeds. So I'm going to grow that. And these are not, the rest of these are not survival seeds, but I'm going to grow a bunch of herbs. I have a new herb bed that hubby and I built last year. Sage, borage, thyme, rosemary, mullein, lemon balm, oregano, rue, marjoram, lavender. I have a marshmallow root, I think it's called, that I received at the Ozark meetup last year that I wanted to try to grow. Radishes, I'm going to put those everywhere because they're a good protective plant. Butternut squash because it's one of my favorites and it's grow what you eat. So I do eat zucchini and I do eat butternut squash. Chives, I love onion. Cucamelon. I don't know if I'll like these, but if I don't like them, maybe hubby will, or maybe I can feed them to the chickens. But I'm going to try them because I got a pack of them from possibly either the IBG seed swap or the Ozark meetup last year. So cucamelon. Evergreen bunching onions because they grow the best here in my area in Central Texas, Zone 8A. They grow the best here. Evergreen bunching onions I can grow from seed. So I keep growing those because they work the best for me. Parsley, I use a lot of parsley. So I'd like to grow enough to last throughout the winter. Potatoes, it's going to be my first year for growing potatoes. I'm super excited about that. Cilantro, I actually already have my cilantro winters sowed in the garden, but I will also be sowing some more in the garden. Garlic, I already have my garlic planted. I planted it back in October. So the garlic is already in there and established. And amaranth. I would like to actually process it and use it to make some things this year. So an amaranth is a really, really beautiful plant. I did not write down my flowers because I'm going to make a whole wall of flowers and I'm going to use a bunch of pots for flowers. So flowers are just going to be everywhere, spread out everywhere for pollination. Of course, I'll grow zinnias and marigolds and tons of other flowers. I don't know if I wrote bachelor buttons down on my list, but I did actually winter sow bachelor buttons because I tried to plant them for several years and they never came up. But last year I came across a video that said to plant your bachelor buttons in January. So I've actually already planted my bachelor buttons and just plant them, kind of forget about them. I planted it where I know my flower wall is going to be this year. A lot of things are getting moved around. I'm painting a bunch of beds to preserve the wood because a lot of my beds are made of wood. Hubby brings home shipping containers and I use those for planting beds. So yeah, so I'll be doing a lot of planting in the garden. I've already started composting different areas. I even started kind of putting up some soil and things like that, getting ready for the season and looking forward to the gardening season. And I'll be right back. All right, I grabbed these red potatoes with the eyes at the local garden center. I grabbed 4 of these. This will be my first year with potatoes. I'm going to try to find the proper container for these, or maybe even consider doing them in grow bags. We'll see what I end up doing with these. But yeah, this will be my first year with potatoes. I actually picked 4 good-sized red potatoes. I will be chopping those, making them smaller, getting them ready for planting. And that will be a new experience for me. So I like to try new things every year, but I like to grow the same things that we eat. So this is going to be an awesome challenge. In this is an open collaboration. You can do freeze drying, canning, dehydrating, you know, like some mixes, some freezer stuff. You can actually cook it in a recipe, just any way that you're going to use your harvest, how you're going to preserve your harvest, how you're going to keep it good. And so you can bring it through the next year of winter, your herbs, how are you going to preserve your herbs, things like that. And I do have a brand new dehydrator, so it'll be really awesome to get some herbs and things put up for the year. So really looking forward to this gardening season, and I am really going to enjoy this collaboration. And that is my garden plan. After I get all these things planted out, then if I still have room, I will throw some more seeds in there. But I tried to pick the most important things that I really, really wanted to see, that I really wanted to eat and try and use for medicinal purposes. So really looking forward to this. Thank you to Jan and Kathy and Susan for this collaboration. And I will try to put all the information about this collaboration in the description box. Thank you guys for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, and leave me a comment, and share this on your community tab. Have a great day. Be blessed. Do something kind, guys. Bye, everybody.